Why is Bishul Yisrael important for kosher food? Have you ever wondered why some kosher foods requiring a Jewish person to be involved in the cooking process? This is where Bishul Yisrael comes into play. Bishul Yisrael is a principle in kosher dietary laws that states certain foods must be cooked with the participation of a Jewish person to be considered kosher. This requirement is essential for a couple of reasons. First, it helps to prevent the consumption of bishul akum, which refers to food that is entirely cooked by a non-Jew. According to rabbinic law, this type of food is prohibited. The reasoning behind this prohibition is twofold. It reduces the risk that a non-Jew might add non-kosher ingredients during the cooking process. Additionally, it helps maintain social boundaries that can prevent intermarriage between Jews and non-Jews. However, not all cooked foods fall under the Bishul Yisrael requirement. This rule mainly applies to foods that are not safe to eat raw, are not bread-like, and are considered dignified enough to be served at a king's table. For instance, meats and vegetables that need cooking before consumption usually requiring Bishul Yisrael. On the other hand, foods that can be eaten raw or are simple snacks typically do not need this supervision. Now, you might be curious about what it means for a Jewish person to participate in the cooking. It does not mean that they must do all the cooking themselves. A Jewish person can fulfill this requirement by performing a key part of the cooking process. This could include actions like lighting the fire, placing the pot on the stove, or stirring the food. Just this level of involvement is enough to meet the halakhic requirement and make the food kosher. When you see a product with reliable kosher certification, it either meets the Bishul Yisrael requirement or does not, requiring it for that specific food. Some certifications will clearly state Bishul Yisrael to indicate that a Jewish person was involved in the cooking, especially for foods where opinions vary on the necessity of this requirement. Understanding Bishul Yisrael is beneficial for consumers. It helps them identify which cooked foods need special supervision and ensures that kosher dietary laws are followed correctly. This knowledge also assists kosher certification agencies in setting their standards for certifying cooked products. In essence, Bishul Yisrael is a vital aspect of Kashrut that protects the kosher status of cooked foods and supports the overall framework of Jewish dietary laws.